Hey everybody, Chris and Amber here. Welcome back to another episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. We are down at the house today working on, what are we working on today?
I don't know.
Trim?
Yeah.
Trim, lots of trim.
Yes. All the
Casing.
trim I painted.
Crown. Yeah, Amber and her dad were painting machines this week and knocked out some casing and some crown and
Yes.
windowsills and other stuff for us.
Yes.
So we're ready to do lots of all that stuff today. Testing out a new tool, that's always exciting. What did we get, honey?
Yes. The 23 gauge nailer.
23 gauge pen nailer. Mm-hmm. Exciting, very exciting. Exciting for several reasons. One is it's lightweight, but two is it uses such a small gauge nail and it's headless that it really leaves a really small hole in the trim. And many times you don't have to use a bunch of wood filler to fix them all. So that'd be great on the painting side, wouldn't it?
Which is very good, yes.
Yeah, most definitely.
I hate wood filler.
I know, it's a pain. So looking forward to getting that thing tested out. Amber's down here sorting through some trim. I'm gonna get ready to cut some casing upstairs. Gonna move my saw upstairs so I don't have to run up and down the stairs 14,000 times today. That'll be great.
That is good.
Good for the knees. And we're gonna get busy. Let me show you where we're starting out and we'll get cracking. So this is Painting Central, also known as the family room. You can see what Amber's been up to. She's got a bunch of crown. There's a little bit of base over there. There's some casing here. So we got lots to work with. What else do we got over there? I think there's a little chair rail.
Chair rail and a little...
and some shoe.
Yeah, shoe mold.
I got to do some shoe in. I guess the only room that's ready for that is the
laundry room.
laundry. Yeah.
Yeah. We could get a couple pieces in the butler's pantry.
Yeah, we could do a little bit in there.
We might just wait on that.
But we got a ton of casing, and there's more casing upstairs. Let me show you what we got upstairs. Like I said, Amber and her dad were busy. Let's run upstairs here real quick. So I'm gonna get started in the hallway. I'm gonna work on this door. This is the one going into the laundry. So I'm gonna work on this one first. Just got done marking off my offset there so I know how much reveal I'm gonna put on them. I usually use a 1/4 inch. That seems to give you plenty of room for your door hardware and your hinges and all that. It looks nice to boot. It's a nice reveal. Again, the laundry is looking really good. We've got our sink just kind of sitting in place. Still got to get it plumbed up, but pretty much everything's done in here except for the shoe. I got to put that shoe molding down around all of our baseboards, and then we got to finish up our electrical stuff. I got to go ahead and put the outlets in. Window's done. Just you can see the nail holes though. I mean, we were using a 16 gauge nail gun there, and it leaves a pretty good sized hole. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain. And I also used the crown stapler. It's an 18 gauge crown stapler, and it leaves a smaller hole, and it does a good job sucking up the casing to the door opening. So if you got a door opening or a piece of casing that's a little bit sprung, it's nice to use that because that really helps to pull it in and hold it tight. But for a lot of these, that's not going to be a concern. They're pretty straight and the drywall's straight. So for a lot of these, I think we'll be able to use that pin nailer and the very small holes, a lot less work on the back end when we're ready for paint. So that's exciting. So Amber and her dad worked up here. They got a bunch of trim laid out and painted. You see some of it in here, and then some of it in the master closet. We got all that done. Comes Amber with some stool.
We've run out of space.
That means I need to get some put up, huh?
Uh-huh.
And then Amber's dad was working in Reed's room. We got another stack of casing ready to go in here. So all this stuff is painted and ready to rock. So as I mentioned, I'm gonna go ahead and move the saw upstairs, and that way I can cut up here, a lot less run up and down the stairs. My knees will thank me for that at the end of the day. And I'm gonna get some pieces cut, start casing one of these openings out in the hallway here. We'll keep you guys posted.
Okay, first piece with the new nailer.
Yeah, our new 23 gauge pin gun.
Awesome.
Pretty excited about it.
You act excited. Actually, I'm probably the more excited one. So
I'm excited about it, it's great.
I'm excited.
Super lightweight, and it's actually very quiet.
That's good. That other one, man, it had some force.
Yeah, it was really loud.
All right,
So
well,
we're going to keep our 1/4 inch reveal here.
Okay.
See how we do.
Whoa.
That's small.
Yes.
Just a tiny little dab of anything would cover that up. Maybe even paint.
Okay, well, and that, I think that's what it said, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty awesome.
Much less work for me.
I mean, the other one would, you know, kick and really, it would mar the
Finish.
wood.
Yeah.
It's holding tight. As long as I don't fire any through the face.
Yeah. And you put some on the back side as well.
Yeah, you try to get into your framing.
Okay.
On this side, yeah, your framing's right about there.
Yeah.
So you anchor it to the jamb and the framing. That way it's pretty
secure
stable in
on
both
both
directions.
sides.
I mean, it's pretty much hidden.
That's awesome.
So you just wipe a little something on it.
My plan was just to prime and do one coat of paint. Maybe put it up, and then we'll caulk, and then do one more quick layer of paint.
Yeah. I just kind of go along, and if I see any movement, you know, if I push on it, then I know I need to go ahead and set another nail. That'll help you long term, keep your caulk from cracking and starting to get gaps and stuff. So if there's any movement, it'll expand and contract with the temperatures, and you'll end up with some defects in your paint later on. Yeah, that's unreal. Why don't you come over and get a shot of these little nail holes.
Let's see if I can find one. Oh, there's one right there.
Literally like, what, a
Oh
T-pin?
my, you can't even really feel it.
Like a T-pin or a straight pin or something.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome.
I'll go in and get a shot of some of the 16 gauge.
All right, right in here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah. There's just no comparison. Wow. All right.
Money well spent.
Very much so. Happy Valentine's Day.
It's very romantic. It's not red, but it's precious to me.
It's practical.
All right, we got one door cased out. Looking good so far. The pin nailer is earning its keep. It makes such tiny, tiny little holes in the casing. It's going to make for such a nice finish, and they really hit. I've got it set right now so they hit just about flush. So there's really not even any divot there. So I think that thing's going to work out great. All right, next up, door across the hallway here going into Reed's room. Just got done knocking the drywall down a little bit on both sides of it, making sure it's not going to interfere with installation of the casing. So I'm going to go ahead and get my measurements out and get some pieces cut here and get this side up. All right, so we got this one cased out, and it's looking good. Excellent. Man, it's just making this house look better and better every time we get another set of casings up. It just looks so much better, so much more finished. This is next. I just got done kind of straightening up the door jamb there at the bottom, shimming out just a little bit, making sure everything is perfect, and then had to beat down the drywall a little bit to get the edges back so that I could get it nice and tight and flush against the door jamb. So now we're ready to go ahead and get our casing up. Get this door locked in. Okay, we got the one going into the guest room done. Looks pretty great, doesn't it, babe?
Yes.
Hiding around the corner. What do you think?
Looks good.
It's coming together nicely.
You did good work.
It's great to see all this casing done. Let's back up so you can kind of see all of them together. Trying to fall down the stairs. Yeah, that looks really good. Looking better once I get the attic door cased.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic. All right, what's next?
Oh, you're asking me? Lunch.
Lunch. Lunch is good. Lunch sounds good, and then we'll do the doorway going into Grant's room.
Yep.
I guess I'll move around the stairway here and get the master. And then I've got to do the inside of all these rooms as well.
We may need to postpone that and head to the crown.
Think so?
You've got me as a helper today, so.
Okay, well, we'll see. All right, let's go get some lunch.
Okay.
All right, we made it back from lunch, so we're getting ready to get started on some door casings. And right now, Amber's downstairs. She's going to be putting some high heat paint on the inside of the fireplace in the family room, getting that taken care of. And while she's doing that, I'll work on the casing into Grant's room behind me. And then after that, go ahead and work on the one into the master. And when she's done, she's going to come up and help me where we can go ahead and get some crown molding installed. We're working with 14-foot pieces in the big rooms, so I'm going to need a hand holding those and getting those nailed in place. So she's going to give me a hand with that. All right, we're going to get cracking. All right, so Amber's making good progress on putting the high temperature paint on the inside of the fireplace.
Yeah.
Looking good, hon.
Thank you.
Glad you got your respirator on. That stuff stinks.
Yeah, I started with it off. Yeah.
It's nasty.
Within 2 minutes, I was like, I need it.
Yeah, it's a good call. Lots of solvents in that.
Well, you can see here where we lowered the hearth. From
Yeah.
here up was existing, and then this is all new. So we're painting it so that it's all the same color.
Yeah, if you guys remember, way back, we demolished the wood box that was over here, and the other part of the fireplace that went all the way to the ceiling to open up into the new office, solarium, whatever we want to call it. And so we had to take all that stuff out, and that left us with a hearth here that was going to have to be elevated. And we really wanted to go with a more traditional open hearth look. So we went ahead and spent the extra money, had the mason come in and open that up. We demolished the hearth, but then we had him come in and take the fireplace down and then rebuild it with new fire brick. Amber's getting it all painted there so it looks uniform. The upper part had been painted before. We're going to use a gas fireplace in here. Not anytime soon, though. Kaboom!
Yeah, you better be careful if you're, don't do anything that's flammable.
Yeah, no smoking around here, huh?
Wow.
All right, I'm going to let you get back to it because I'm getting high just standing here. Keep up the good work.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Is the wall a little crooked?
A little bit. Part of the old house.
Yeah.
Old drywall.
Yeah, that was the old drywall.
It's going in there.
Okay.
Takes a little extra finagling. Finagling.
Yeah.
Finagling. One of those.
That's looking really good. just excited to see our piles of wood, painted wood, disappear. Woohoo! That just means I have to paint that much more. Keep up the good work.
Okay, so we're getting ready to put our first piece of crown molding up in Grant's room. Got it laid out already, got it cut to length. We've already held it up there and checked to make sure everything's going to fit okay. It looks really good all the way across until you get into this corner over here. That corner dips in a little bit. So we're going to start in this corner and work our way that way. I've taken a small scrap and have scribed some lines on the ceiling and on the wall all the way across here. So we've got a reference point for where the crown's supposed to fit. That way we don't run off course. So I'm gonna get Amber to give me a hand here and we'll set it in place. And then we'll put some nails in it. All right, so we just got done cutting some cleats to go in behind our crown molding. Because the rafters are running parallel to this piece, there's really nothing up there to nail the top of it to. The bottom of the crown can get fastened to the stud, but at the top you'd just be shooting nails into the drywall. So with these cleats in place, we'll actually have something solid back there. They're nailed to the top plate on the wall, so they're not going anywhere. And then you can shoot right through the middle of the crown and hit those, and that'll help pull the crown up tight against the ceiling.
Yeah, what you said.
Thanks, hon. Okay, we got the first piece of crown up in Grant's room, and boy, it was a lot of fun. We got this end secured and then worked our way over this way because there's a dip in the wall over there that we had to kind of push the crown into. And as we were over here fighting with it, the pin nails pulled out of this piece over here and the whole thing started coming loose. So, as you can see by the big holes, I had to go get the 16 gauge finish gun and use that to secure it to the wall. So we got it all back in position and got it nailed up. Shouldn't go anywhere. So now we're going to start on this piece and work our way down to this corner. Fun, isn't it, babe? So this one we'll have to mark, and then we'll have to coat the this joint in the corner. That ought to be fun. All right, piece number 2 is up, and it really wasn't any easier than the other piece. I'm sad to say. This 5-inch crown is not very flexible, not very forgiving when it comes to little humps or bumps in the wall. So had to do some creative coping there to get that one to fit. It's going to take a little caulk there at the bottom to really get it looking good, but you know, for the most part, it's a nice tight coat. I think there's just something a little off about that corner. This one's fitting pretty well. So now we got to get another piece cut for here, and we'll get that in coped. Hopefully that one will go on a little better. We'll see. Got to get some cleats cut for the top there, so I'll have something to anchor it to. All right, so we got this piece up. It's looking fantastic. That one actually went up a little bit better than the first two. A nice tight coat joint there. And just doing a little cleanup work on some paint. How's it going, babe?
Lovely.
Lovely, she says. All right, so that leaves us with one more piece of crown in Grant's room.
Woo-hoo. That's a good feeling.
This one's tricky though. This is a double cope. You got a cope on both ends. So you either hope you get lucky and get the cope perfect on both ends, or you can put a joint in the middle and then put it up in 2 pieces. So we're gonna flip a coin and see which way we go. All right, well there's the last piece. We ended up not making 2 pieces out of it. We ended up doing one with a double cope. It was super awesome, wasn't it, honey?
It's incredible.
Glad I kept my cool the whole time. Didn't yell. Thank goodness. And then we get over here and there's a big hump in the ceiling, and I'm trying to get that crown to lay flush against the wall, and I can't get it to go, and I'm finally stick a level on the ceiling and there's a hump.
It's okay. It looks good.
Well, it looks good now, but there was a big gap before we got it in there. So anyways, it's up. Grant's crown is done. He should be a happy boy.
He's the first to get it.
First crown of the upstairs. So that wraps it up for this evening. We are tired, and it's time to get home, get some rest, get some dinner, and put our feet up, come back down here tomorrow morning and hit it again, huh?
Sounds good.
Sounds like a plan. All right, we'll see you guys then.